and I said to you, I haven't seen Evil Dead 2 yet, what would you think?
I'd think that you're a cinematic idiot, and I'd feel sorry for you.
All right. Why?
Because it's a brilliant film. It's so funny and violent, and the soundtrack kicks fucking ass. I never thought I'd say this, but can I go work now?
It's time for a typical day at Weaver High. There's team sports, cutting class.
I wouldn't leave school without a good reason.
Fire drills, and library skills. But the biggest event of the day,
We're gonna have a fight.
happens after school.
There isn't gonna be any fight today!
3 o'clock high, rated PG-13. Starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
Welcome to the very first podcast of What the Hell Did We Just Watch? I'm sitting around here with a very, very big crowd, actually. It's kind of a full house. I have way less mics than the people that are in here. So why don't we just go around the room and start introducing each other? So far, it's me, Luis Vargas, the host of your show. What the hell did we just watch? What do we got over here? To my left, we got the beautiful, awesome, beautiful man. Who are you? What's your name?
Name's Oscar Lopez.
Oscar Lopez. Ooh, yeah. What do you got? That next person. Who do we have?
The not so attractive John.
John. What? What's your name?
You mean Zona?
Yes. You know how many Johns are on this planet? Yeah. John Zona. That's what we got, huh?
The not so attractive John.
Yeah. Who else do we got here? To my right. Who's this?
Santiago Delgado.
Santiago Delgado. Damn, man, that's suave. You know what I'm saying? Doug, keep going. Who else do we got here?
My name is Wilfredo Peguero. Everybody calls me Will.
Ooh, Will.
W-I-L.
Nice. WIL, man. Yo, I like your hat, though, just to let you know. I wanted to tell you that earlier.
Right.
Thank you,
It's
sir. I
your
appreciate it.
earth, or is it's your world?
Yep, that's correct.
It's the word the word your, and the picture of the planet underneath them. Just obviously you guys can't see what I'm seeing over here. So it's pretty awesome, though. I like the hat. I need to get me one of those.
WLP.
And then,
It's WLP right there.
WOP, that's right.
Yeah.
And who else do we got? To my right, the very last man right here.
It's the one and only, man. The Allah anointed, the Buddha blessed. G Snapper, follow me. Love y'all.
Whoa, G Snapper. What are you, a fish?
Watch your mouth, man. Watch your
Oh,
mouth.
okay, all right, man. You lucky we family, man.
It's home, baby.
Wait, what's your name, though? G Snapper?
You call me Gary.
Gary. Oh, I love Gary. Gary's a good guy, you know.
Try to be. I try to be.
Well, listen, yo. Now, the premise of this show is called, again, What the Hell Did We Just Watch? And I'm going to say it in its phrase. I'm going to say it to every episode. What the hell did we just watch?
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
What the hell did we just watch?
That's the question that I'm going to ask you guys. Now, if anybody would care to tell me, you know what? John Zona, the Zona man. I want you to tell me. What the hell did we just watch?
We watched the 80s flick. That's what we watched.
An 80s flick. Yeah, but 80s flicks are so vague. We really go 80s flick. What did we watch? I know we watched one that you've never seen before. I know everybody here has never seen this movie before.
New to
Yeah.
me. Definitely new to me.
Tell them what
it's called.
What is it called? Zona, please tell me what the hell is this movie called?
Was it like 3 o'clock high?
It was called 3 O'Clock High. That's exactly what it was called. 3 O'Clock High. Now, this is what's funny. I'm going to tell you just a little story about 3 O'Clock High. For those that don't know me, I grew up watching TV a lot. A lot of it.
You and me both.
That is like to the point where, I mean, I used to live all over New York City. You know what I mean? I live in Jersey now, but I used to live all over New York City. And when we moved to Jamaica, Queens, and you know, it's actually near where you used to live, Oscar, when we used to live in the city, in the Queens area.
Yeah.
My father would just bring movies at random, like at home. Like he would I don't know where he got them from or who he bought them from or things like that. But I remember this one time that he brought a box of just VHS tapes. And with the box of VHS tapes of what I thought was cool, I literally just watched things at random. Like just took one, took another, Took one, took another, watched it. I watched a lot of weird cartoons, just stuff like that. I'm like, wow, man. I would say I watched something, and I would go to my friends when I was like, hey, did you watch it? And they're like, no, I never seen that before. Oh my god, what is that? And the thing is that so 1988, this movie came out in 88. No, 86. I'm sorry, it came out in 86. I was 7 years old, but I didn't watch it that early. I watched it more like when I was 8 years old. And when he showed it, when I saw it, it was one of the random movies I saw. When I saw it, I thought it was so good, and I rewatched it so many times in my life. It's actually one of those 80s movies where you either saw it or you didn't. I know people that have seen it, and I know people that have never seen it. And I know people that are 80s people that have seen a lot of 80s movies. What are you going to say?
Actually, the movie came out in 1987.
87, so I was off by a year. I was 8 years old when the movie came out.
And I was born in 86.
Yes, there you go. So this movie came out technically. It was being filmed when you were born. You literally. There was movies. Huh? You were only 2 years old. I was 8 years old. Gary, how old were you in 1987?
You know what I mean? I was just a thought, a twinkle in the eye. nothing much. Wasn't even there.
Wait, so you're trying to tell me you were an itch in your daddy's pants? That's what you're trying to tell me? You were an itch in your daddy's pants?
I'm a strong itch. I won that race. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I got to tell you.
Now, the part that's like I said, that was what I mean about like the 80s movies. There are some that just slip through the cracks, and that's what this show is about. The ones that slip.
Definitely one of them.
Yes.
This was definitely
Everybody knows the Weird Sciences and the Breakfast Clubs, and those are not the movies I want to show.
You know what's funny? I never seen The Breakfast Club, but I have seen Weird Science.
It looks like that we're gonna have a pop movie day, but these movies, in terms of 3 o'clock next to in terms of exactly,
Let me tell
exactly.
you, during my time when the VHS came out, them shits was fuzzy. You couldn't even tell the difference.
So
what
Trust
you was
me.
watching.
Fuzzy channels. You know
This
what I'm
film,
talking about.
this is what's funny about the quality of this film. I remember still watching it on VHS, so I know in my mind how it looks like on VHS. I remember it in my mind how it looks like on DVD when it was first released, because I thought, oh my god, there's the DVD of this. I was like, I'm never gonna own this movie. I bought it because I thought it would go away. You know what I mean? And then when I was able to transfer it digitally, now I have it in 1080p. So I have it in the best quality that you could actually watch it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made it pretty amazing. I remember when I popped it in to digitize it, I was like, oh my God. I was like, it comes up, I can actually digitize it? And I remember it being such a big deal. Big deal that I was able to watch 3 o'clock high on my phone. On my phone. I never would have thought. If you would have told me I could watch 3 o'clock high on my phone, would have never believed you. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I mean. Like in terms of 80s movies, you got the Breakfast Clubs and the Weird Sciences. You got all these movies that people have seen. You know, I mean, it may be one or two, maybe you never saw it, but everybody's heard of it. I mean, you say you never saw Breakfast Club, but you know what that is. Yeah. You know, you're not oblivious to that movie, right, Will? You know exactly. What about you, Gary? When you say you saw Breakfast Club, right?
When did I see the Breakfast?
No, that you did see it. You have seen it in your lifetime. Yeah, everybody pretty much here except for one.
Club now, they would think of the radio show.
Pretty, yeah. Right now, no, we're not that Breakfast Club. No, wait. Now that you know my history about like how I came across this movie, it was literally that one random movie that I had in that VHS box. I popped it in, and I literally could not stop watching it. I was hooked on the songs. The soundtrack I think is great. I think it's horrible that we can't get it. We could probably rip it, but I would love iTunes to actually have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's how I saw it, and I'm glad that it's still available to purchase. You know, like some other movies I actually own that aren't available to purchase anymore.
It's crazy. I've never even heard of this movie. That's the funny part about this.
Zero information, right? This will slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
Now, look, but I want to ask, and I want to go around the room, starting with you, Oscar Lopez. Oscar.
Yeah.
What did you think of this movie? You saw it for the very first time. I've been seeing it for years. I'm talking about like on a yearly basis. So since 80, the film came out, what? You said 87. So since 87, pretty much more or less.
Yeah.
You know, I've been watching it once a year at least until like I lost it in the cracks. And then I finally found it on VHS. Then I bought it on DVD. But pretty much I've watched it religiously. So please tell me, Oscar, what did you think of the movie?
Well, to be honest, pretty much it's like a refresher course of a movie. And coming back from the year that it's made to right now, watching it in modern times right now, it's crazy because like it brings you back to that theme of like,
what's this guy's name anyway?
His name's Buddy Revell.
When you was a little kid and somebody picked on you type, meet me outside the playground and, let's fight and the whole feelings that you
I'm
go
on
through,
'em.
the emotions.
I'm
you know
there.
what I'm saying? Everything.
I'm no Mitchell. I would have been there.
Wait.
But I am Mitchell. 'cause
Let me ask you.
I would have put hands on him.
Real quick. Zona, just hold up real quick. Wait, Gary, can you honestly say that you were a Mitchell in school? Let's not say high school. Let's say elementary school.
Nah,
were you a Mitchell?
I wasn't
That's
a
a
Mitchell.
lie.
I was a Mitchell.
Were you a Jerry
He wasn't
Mitchell?
even a buddy.
I was
But were you a Buddy Revell?
Nah, I was neither or.
He was the Duke.
I was a cool dude.
He was the Duker.
Nah, I ain't.
You tell all your little friends there's no escaping the Duker.
He's the Duker. He was the Duker, the security guard.
Duke of Earl. Y'all too young to even know that song. You know what I mean? Y'all young bucks nowadays.
But what I choose?
You don't know that song. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, I wasn't a cornball and I wasn't a bully.
Okay, you're just that in betweener.
I protected people that.
Oh, you were a bully. So wait. So you were the jock, the one that got paid $450.
To actually protect people. He protected me.
So you're like the guy that got $450 to protect the bully. I mean, to protect the scrawny guy.
I did all my work pro bono.
Pro bono
I did all
cases.
my work pro bono.
Pro bono, when you can actually fit in your clothes. It's defined as a bully.
Nah, pro bono.
Oh.
Pro bono work.
Blown.
Pro bono work. I didn't know what that meant, but I did it. But
Live shooting.
John Zona, but I
All
gotta
up,
know.
though, all up.
I gotta know. What'd you think of the movie? This again another person
It
who's
was
never seen it.
definitely a good movie.
Yeah.
It brought him back to home.
It did. It did.
Did-
I don't know why it wasn't like up there with The Breakfast Club or like those 80 movies like Weird
There-
Science. Like,
there are
I've heard
reasons.
I've heard those 80s movies, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like I've never heard of this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. There are reasons. There are reasons.
Yeah.
But we'll get back to that. We'll turn around that. The one next to him though, this is the fun part though, because everybody that's here is actually around the same age. I'm a little older, but everybody that's here is around the same. Yeah, I'm an old man. What do you expect?
Second oldest.
But we have a young buck in here, an under 21-year-old. Matter of fact, an under 18-year-old,
Under 17.
an under 17-year-old.
NC 17.
Yes, exactly.
Under 17, not without parents.
He saw a PG-13 movie. He almost made
We
it.
had to get a permission slip from him to even shit in the
That
room.
is true. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
You know what I mean? He can't just be in here just to be in here.
He just luckily made it in there. But he's a 16-year-old. And he saw a film that's actually based on a guy that's around his same age. He is, let's say he's 16 years old. He is a junior in high school because it was his third year. Now tell him, what did you think about the movie? You're a young buck.
Yeah.
So you've never even heard of something like this. There's a lot of movies that are from
You're
this
a
era
baby.
you've never seen. You're a baby.
Of course.
Yes. What'd you think of it?
As reaction, I think it was good. I can tell there's a difference between 80s high school and now. It's not like
Loosen up, chump.
Alright. I guess
I understand what you're saying. You think about a high school movies. You think about high school movies, and you've seen the high school movies from your generation, and then I just showed you a high school movie. It wasn't from my generation. I grew up. I obviously wasn't in high school when this movie. I wasn't a high school kid like them. I was in high school in the 90s. But whatchamacallit, what was I gonna say? That you are in high school. Can you even relate to this guy?
no.
Can you relate to a 1987 character of your time?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, are you too tough? Are you too tough?
No,
You're too cool.
He is the alpha predator.
Are you walking around like a Buddy Revell in school?
Yes, he is.
You probably are. Are you a Jerry Mitchell?
Yes, he is.
I would say I'm both.
You're a Jerry Mitchell and a Buddy Revell? Damn.
Nobody messes with me.
Nobody.
Liar.
This guy is
Liar.
like the
You know
community.
you're on top of the food chain at that school, especially if you're doing wrestling. Get out of here.
Football too.
Just to put that out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on.
Just to let y'all know.
Just for the record, when you have hands the size of oven mitts, you have something to worry about.
No,
That's
That's
for
what-
other
Valid
use.
point.
well,
I would say
With
I'm-
him,
I would say
That's
I'm-
for other use. Y'all know that age. Y'all know what y'all was doing at that age. Don't lie.
I would say I'm the jock of the school.
the jock. You're a jock in school. Is that what you're doing now?
Yeah. Yes.
You play football?
Of course.
Nice.
He's working his way up to the Buddy Revell.
Yeah, well, you know, you play football just like Buddy Revell. He's a football player. But did you stick a knife at your teacher?
Supposed to be a total psycho. I should have broken out a kid's neck at his last school. Then he got picked up football team throwing a knife on a coach. And all the coach did was grab him and the guy goes nuts. And this guy's supposed to be coming to our school today.
After he broke that kid's neck, they tried to throw him in jail. The judge let him off.
This guy ought to be locked up. Did you hear what he did at Lincoln? They were supposed to be dissecting these pregnant sand sharks, but he refused to do it. He said sharks were his favorite animal.
Great, a psychotic shark lover.
So the teacher grabs him by the arm and tries to take him down to the office. Thing is, the teacher didn't know the guy was a touch freak.
Touch free?
Yeah, he doesn't like to be touched by anybody. Put the teacher in the hospital for 3 days.
Just because he touched her? This guy is definitely on pills. That's not even the whole story. After he takes the science teacher, they send the dude into continuation. And on the first day there, he got into a fight with the 3 baddest dudes. Seriously, total harasses. At the same time, have you heard about his brass knuckles?
Dude has brass knuckles?
Yeah, he carries them with him and uses them on special occasions. He hit that continuation so hard his nose flew off his face. Serious?
Totally serious. He's also got this thing about being touched.
I heard he one time broke a guy's neck just because he touched him. Just because he touched him? He just decided he didn't like to be touched. That's completely weird.
Does this guy play football?
No.
Good. He used to, though. You remember the story about the guy who pulled a knife on his coach?
Yeah.
That's him.
Jesus.
He was a continuation. He even took a swing at one of his teachers. And these guys aren't your average history types. They're like ex-cops or something. In fact, I heard they carry guns.
He came here from continuation?
Uh-huh. That's why they call it continuation, so you can continue murdering people and still graduate.
No, you pull out a blade. Did you break someone's neck because he touched you? No, let's not get there. Cause then,
gentle giant.
we don't want to get your parents all pissed off that you're like pulling off. But then you'll go into continuation. I'm just trying to figure out what that was, because Buddy Revell was in continuation, whatever the hell that is. I think he was like pulled out and put in like remedial courses or something like that. But anyway, let's keep going around the room. Will I Am? No, you're not Will I Am.
No.
You're not a celebrity, but you're a somewhat celebrity in my heart. So, tell me, what did you think of this? You also didn't see this movie, but I want to know what you thought about it.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, did you think that they take you outside of, like, you know, it's something fresh, right? It's something fresh for you to watch, like something like, you know, all the kind of movies that are out now, or even the kind of movies you are used to watching, and then you're like, you know what, it's kind of like a little bit of breath of fresh air.
I mean, it's funny because like I did see another 80s movie.
Yeah.
I think what was it? Adventures in Babysitter?
Yeah, I love Adventures in Babysitting. Maybe we'll throw that and show the entire crowd this one.
Yeah, definitely. and the vibe of it reminded me of it.
Did it?
How it was made. But
totally.
You know, they have nothing to do with each other.
No, not at all.
It's just,
yeah.
You know, but I enjoyed it for the most part.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Gary, you still haven't said your opinion, even though you've been a very funny character to the show all of a sudden. But I want to know. Please tell me what you think of this movie.
It was a good movie. I would watch it. You know?
You did watch it. He said I would watch it. You did watch it, or maybe you say you watch it again.
Yeah, watch it now.
You know what? Maybe we'll. You know what? Just for your sake, do you want to watch it again in mute though? We'll mute it though.
In mute?
Yeah. Well, you got subtitles if you want to like refresh your memories or something like that. No, you good? Everybody's good? Do I need to play the movie? And
Actually, this is the perfect movie to how to be cool back in the day.
Well, think about it. You know, hey, that could be true.
Yeah.
Could that be the secret of high school success?
It could be the blueprints to how.
You know what's fucked up?
Your name well known.
This is what's messed up. Language. I wanted to keep it PG-13, but hey, I let one slip.
That mouth, man.
Yeah, sorry guys. Let that be the last time. No, but what I wanted to say is that was my blueprint to high school, to making sure that I was not corny, and I didn't go about it. I'm not saying that I was bullied. I was.
You was following the videos.
I did. Maybe that was maybe.
You was over there trying to film John Smith, the quarterback, do a documentary. Thought he was the next.
Thought he was gonna be beat up. Jerry Mitchell. You talking about that guy? But you talking about the film guys that?
He said John.
You talking about the film guys that were recording him?
Roll it,
Jerry, how do you feel about the chance to fight this guy?
Have you ever been seriously threatened
Jerry,
before,
you have
Jerry?
any insurance?
I didn't
Jerry,
have
you have any involvement? Jerry, you
think
have any chance to fight this guy?
On your side, Jerry?
Whatsoever.
Damn it, you guys, this is not a movie. This is my life we're talking about here.
Oh, come on, man. Pain is temporary. Feelings forever.
That's what it is. I would do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would do that. It's just like they said. They wanted to go in early to get into UCLA, so they wanted to make a documentary film to kind of like use that as their entry into college. And I was like, you know what? I would have done that. I would have done that.
Have you ever done that?
Have I ever filmed something? No, I was never graced. I was never. No, not in high school. Actually,
I tried filming in high school.
You did?
Yeah,
Terrible
remember?
at it.
Yeah, I was pretty bad.
Very.
But I tried.
In high school, I was
gave it a shot.
in high school. I was actually writing. That's what I was. I stayed writing quietly. What happened?
No, Saad wants to be the Buddy Revell
Is
right
it
now.
possible to write loud?
I was the nerd.
Write loudly?
Yeah, you said you.
No, I used to write a lot,
You said
not
quiet.
loudly.
You said quietly.
No, well, I was quiet. I was actually to myself. Like I was kind of like the introvert when I was in high school. Not much though. Actually, it was more like in junior high. I was a bit of an introvert. When I got into high school, and once I opened up in high school, when I realized how I was going to be for the next 4 years, I had the time of my life. My freshman year was actually awesome.
Was you writing like poetries or was you?
No. I was actually
your feelings, emotions.
The way I got into yeah, right. No, the way that I was into film actually, I loved movies. Wait, what happened? What? You were writing too? You were writing too? No, I wrote. At first it was more novelized stuff, and then I realized I liked writing a lot of what my characters wanted to say. And then I got into just saying, you know what, let me just write screenplays. And then little by little, first it was written into plays, and then it just kind of went into screenplays.
It takes a long time to even write a screenplay. Like, you're writing a whole book. You know?
Yeah. Like, I got into it very fluently. I just
Definitely
understood it.
To do it by yourself, I think that's
Yeah.
hard. Like,
But you know what, guys? I actually got a question.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Based
son?
on the film, when he came up to the bully, how much would you actually pay your bully to take care
That
of your
is a good
problem?
question. You know what? We're going to go around the room. If you were the guy that was being bullied on, and you said, hey, I'm going to pay someone to, help me, kind of like bodyguard me, and fight this guy for me, because I don't want to fight. So I want to hear about you. The guy was charged $450, and in 1987, that's actually a lot of money. Even $100, he complained about $100.
That's like close to like $2,000.
Yeah, like if you were to like inflation that, like how would it be? So like, Oscar, please tell me, like, if you were the one that was being bullied on and you needed to pay someone to like, either let's say you paid the guy to pay some other guy to fight for you.
What do you want?
Well, I sort of have this problem with Buddy Revell.
What kind of problem?
Well, actually, he wants to beat me up after school.
It's a big problem.
I know. Well, I also happen to remember that one time a couple of years ago, when he stuck up for Jimmy Hawkins. He beat Jeff Stevens' ass that day, and I was kind of wondering maybe you might be able to help me out this afternoon.
Jimmy Hawkins had asthma.
Well, I have hypoglycemia.
He also paid me $100 to take on Stevens.
$100? Well, how much would you charge me for Buddy Revell?
$450.
$450? That's a 350% markup.
Inflation, man.
How much are you actually? What's a realistic number like that you would pay?
A realistic number for
Yeah,
me?
like that you would pay.
For me, the first question would be, do you accept EBT?
EBT. Nah, man. You know they're gonna be like, yo, in 2016 you got two choices: cash, or you gotta do the electronic payment, like use the Cash App, use like the Chase Apple Pay.
And
It's like how much you.
And as a bonus, I throw in an extra Metro card.
Well, we are in New York, so that no. Realistically, would you pay? Let's say, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I think in 2016, $450 is still quite a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
To pay in high school someone so would you pay $450?
For me, to be honestly speaking, $450, no way. I pay you to do half the work.
So wait, let me ask you this. would you like if you? I mean, if the guy told you $450 or you got to fight the guy, like you wouldn't do it.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go through my piggy banks or something.
Because you don't want to fight this
I
guy.
don't wanna fight
Because
this
this is the thing. In 3 O'Clock High, what it's about, it's a guy that accidentally comes across Buddy Revell, who's not a bully. It was his first day in school, but he was just like this tough, scary guy, right? And he works for the school newspaper in class. He gets told by his teacher that he has to write a school paper about him, the new kid in class, all this and that. So he got chosen. He goes to the bathroom because he gets all nervous, right? And in his nervousness, he says his nervousness of using the bathroom. Buddy Revell, all of a sudden, gets right next to him, and he tells him, "Hey, I gotta write this paper about you," you know. And he says, "No, because I don't want to feel like an idiot. I don't want to be made like into a fool." And so Jerry Mitchell just says out of nowhere, he says, "I don't want to do it. You know, forget it. You know, I don't want to embarrass you. So why don't we just let bygones be bygones?" And then what does he do, Oscar? What does he do?
Bernard? No, I want the school paper.
What do you want, man? I just got to the school.
I don't want anything. That is all. All I want to do is talk to you, see? See, they told me to write this stupid little piece about you because you're the new kid on campus.
You're going to do a stupid little piece on me. Why would I want to look stupid?
No. You're not going to look stupid. Not at all. And it's just so you know, I don't care if you do all kinds of dope and shit. I'm not anybody's narc, you know? Well, not that I think that you do dope or anything like that. I mean, listen, why don't we forget this whole thing and pretend this never happened, okay?
You're never gonna forget this happened.
He literally, from what I got out of that scene, he touches him without washing his hands.
He touches him without washing his hands. But Gary, tell me why. Why did he touch? What is it about touching? Because after he touched him, he went bananas. So why did he go bananas after he touched him?
Why did he touch him?
Yeah, like, well, he touched him, like, he patted him on the shoulder. He says, "You know what? Forget it, man. We're good." And he touched him, and Buddy Revell, like, went bananas. Why did he go bananas? Like, what happened? What's up with Buddy Revell?
First and foremost, don't put your hands on me right after you use that bathroom.
Well, it wasn't the bathroom.
It wasn't in the bathroom?
It wasn't the bathroom that he did it. But I'm trying to say, like, why did he bug out once he touched him, though? But why? Like, if you remember, like, he has, like, this, like, reputation.
No, yeah, I know what you're saying. Some people just don't like to be touched, you know? Maybe he feels if you put hands on me, now I gotta put my hands on you.
There you go. But Will, tell me, what did he what did he do to him after he touched him? Because he's a dude that don't like to be touched. That's like his reputation. Like, he got like all these things. Like, he pulled a knife out on a teacher. He broke some kid's neck because he touched him. He, like, all this and that. Like, he got all these rumors said about him in the beginning of this film. And then when we get to the part where Jerry Mitchell actually accidentally touches him just to be, like, friendly, what does he do to him?
He grabs him and freaking roughs him up and then slams him against the mirror.
What did he do, William?
He slams him against the mirror.
Well,
tell him.
No, one of the things I do get a kick of. Let me ask you something. What would y'all do if...
Oh, we're going to me now?
No, yeah, I want to know, John Zona. The dude, this is what Buddy Revell did, which I always think is a kick. It is also a big embarrassment because I always, like, put myself in Jerry Mitchell's position when I was a kid. Like, that would suck so bad. He put his whole body into the urinal where his feet were there, and he started just continuously flushing his feet.
That happened to me before.
You're lying.
No, not like somebody pushed me.
Yeah.
But either somebody pissed around the urinal or because it was old school urinals. It wasn't.
Yeah. That's the ones like they go all the way down to the floor. Like, it's those ones that go to the floor.
So my My foot slipped up in it.
Yo. And it was water in it?
Yeah, I flushed.
Like you flushed and you stepped in it?
Like, boom, I'm like, oh!
But you didn't, but just for the record, you didn't get pushed in there just because you touched someone in school, right? That was like a bully and nothing like that, right?
I didn't get pushed.
That would be something though. Imagine that, yo, the embarrassment. Nobody saw him, but I would feel like everybody saw me.
Wet socks is the worst thing in the world.
That's true. Yes, it is.
That is the worst thing in the world.
It is true.
That's not just wet socks. You got wet, urine, pissy
And that's
socks.
all day too. At least for 2 hours, you're soaking in that.
Wet.
At least 2 hours, your feet are all up in there.
And you know they stink.
Well, you gotta understand, anybody would be pissed off. You're next to this guy in the urinal, trying to start a conversation.
And they try to shake my hand.
Without even without washing your hands.
Sir, who are you?
And he didn't even just grab him. He just he caressed his arm.
And for the record, there was no hand sanitizer.
But
No.
Absolutely
not.
If that was the president and he came in like that and he did some bull crazy something like that, would y'all shake his hand? All honesty, be real.
Well, I mean, in his defense, not escaping all washing hands aside, he was trying his best to try to be the friendliest guy there.
Non-cipher, God.
No respect.
Non-cipher, God. So what would you do though?
What would I do? What if he did that to me?
Yeah, if it was, I'm saying if it was like somebody of real importance, like the president, somebody
Literally, somebody famous up in the hierarchy of the chain talking to you, and they didn't wash their hands, and you washed them shaking.
You know what? He should have washed his hands. But it was right there. It was the moment. You didn't get to that part.
Nobody even took.
Realistically,
I didn't hear nothing.
The president's right next to you.
Nobody even took.
The president is right next to you. You think that the first thing is to wash your hands? He's right there in front of you. You think you don't think about yo, wait 1 second. You go wash my. Are you that kind of guy? Yo, chill, wait. I want to.
Nah, I'm not. Number one, I'm not trying to talk to you while you at the store.
Yeah, he was right next to him to the stall. He looked over to him, and they're both pissing. Yeah.
This is not. You know what? It's not speed date. You should be asking me 21 questions in the stall.
No way.
No way at all.
It sounds like we're gonna teach you something right now.
So,
guy code. Never look at another man in their eyes. If you have you in the store, don't look at him in his eyes.
Yeah, never look at him in the eyes.
Do what you gotta do. Get to the sink. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been doing since day one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, you've been looking at other guys in the bathroom?
John, you idiot.
Wait, so
that's what it sounded like.
Yeah,
since day one.
Yeah.
Am
So
I wrong?
I'm gonna have to correct myself on that.
now,
Correct yourself.
Yeah. So now let's get to the essence of after he bullied him. Wait, go ahead.
Answered.
Wait, what did I say? I just told you.
So what would you do though if it was the president? Say it was Obama.
I'm gonna be honest.
He does what he does, and then
and you're next to him doing it.
And he puts his hand out to shake your hand.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. When is
You're nasty.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The moment will pass me to wash my hands, and I will probably be the one that would actually extend my hand before him.
Your other hand.
While pissing?
Well, no, not while pissing. Oh wait, because he was pissing.
You're a
No,
gentleman.
you're talking about
you would have the nerve.
No, you're talking. Okay, no, I forget. No, I forget. He tried to shake his hand while he was pissing. I forgot about that. Yeah, he did. And he was like, "Hi, I'm Jerry Mitchell, and how are you?" And he gives him his left hand, which is over himself. And then he's like, wait a minute, it don't reach. And then he holds and he goes back and holds his junk and then puts it to the right.
That's
and
probably the reason why he wanted to fight him.
Well, hey, there you go. But after he rubs him up, though, that this is where the concept of the whole film is. We call 3 o'clock high. They make it sound like it's a western, just there's another. When they go high, when you put the word high, well, the title is a western. When you say the word high into there's one called Noon. What is it?
I see what you're
saying. I think there's a western called Noon something, and it ends with high. And they make it sound like it's at noon we gotta be here and we gotta whatever. But 3 o'clock high has a meaning, and what's the meaning is Will, if you can tell me what the meaning was like, what did he do after he roughed him up? He put his feet all over the urinals, wet his feet all up, put him up against the mirror, cracked the mirror, which I swear if that was done to me, I'd have a heart attack. He probably did the same face I did. I would just stare at him the entire time. But what did he tell him after that?
Now I'm gonna have to do something to work it off.
Work it off.
You and me, we're gonna have a fight today after school. 3 o'clock in the parking lot. You try and run, I'm gonna track you down. You go to a teacher, it's only gonna get worse. You sneak home, I'm gonna be under your bed. You and me. 3 o'clock.
After that, he said he wanted to meet up with him at 3 for a fight.
Yeah, and he said it was to blow off some steam.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
How far would you go to get out of a fight if somebody called you out on it?
If I was
interesting question.
Who am I fighting?
Well, somebody obviously bigger than you.
Baddest bully in the playground.
Baddest bully.
Well, he just said, he's the baddest guy. He just said, "Yo, Gary, you got me so mad. I want to blow off some steam. So we're gonna have to fight."
Because you want to blow up some steam? Let's make tea. Like, let's get a kettle. Let's make this happen. Like, what steam you trying to blow?
Really? He's a dude that's way bigger than you. He does look tough. He is a little intimidating.
A lot of tough guys like tea, man.
Let's have some tea. Let's talk it out. Come on.
Nah. If something like that happened to me, I really can't say because I'm not.
You're not in that. You weren't there. You're too grown for that. I'm an old man. Too old for getting into high school fights. Huh?
If we would have called me out now, I would have said, let's do it right now.
Let's do it right now. Really? You wouldn't? A dude that's way bigger than you. You know what? He's a high school man.
It's a lie. I'm leaving. Goodbye, y'all. Nice to meet this podcast and all that. Bye.
I've done it.
Yeah, no problem.
He would have done it, but if you knew better, you do better.
You win some, you lose some.
Well, what about you, John? John's only. You got to tell me. You got just put up against the wall. Your feet are all wet from being in the urinals.
Well, let's.
And the guy says, "Hey, I want to blow off some steam. I want to fight you at 3 o'clock."
Okay. If it was me in my high school days, I'd be scared as shit. I'm just gonna throw that out
Are you
there.
kidding? Were you the type to get scared, like somebody?
Yes, I was.
I was too. I'm not getting front. I was too.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the same John that I was in high school. You know? Like,
So you were somewhat of a Jerry Mitchell.
I was worse than Jerry Mitchell.
You were worse than Jerry Mitchell?
Absolutely.
Jeez, man.
I mean, yeah, I did wrestling in high school, but you got this guy. He looks like a 35-year-old.
Yeah, there were some high school kids that just looked like they shouldn't have been
And
there.
I was like 155 pounds. I was wrestling at the 155 pound weight. So I was like really skinny.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I would cry.
You cried in high school?
I would. You know,
Oh.
If I'm getting my ass kicked, but I would.
And you lost, you would cry it out?
Yeah, I would. I would get my ass kicked. But if I had the same mentality now, you know, I would take an ass kicking still, but I'd be proud of it, though. You know.
Hey, yeah, that's true. That's true. But so this guy, going back at it, he got taken and he was told he was gonna fight this kid, right? And he is like just stupefied. He doesn't know what to do. He's literally got the blank face.
Well, this is when I would go to Gary and ask him to help me out here. You know, like I don't have $450, but you know, can you help me out here? You know, like that's, this guy, you know, trying to pretend he's 16.
I just Mitchell Lewis. He shook my hand. I ain't wiped my.
Oh, wipe this guy. No, they felt a little wet.
I smell the soap. I smell the soap.
Gary, I'm gonna have to blow off some steam.
I smell it.
But wait, come on, man. You just said it. You said it while we were watching it. You said that if you hide, I'm going to be under your bed. That's what Buddy Revell said.
What a
Somebody
threat.
told me that. How would I feel?
Yeah. He's like, you try to run and you go home, I'm going to be under your bed. That's what he says.
Listen, man. There's not a lot of words for that. I'm scared. I'm shook up. Y'all see him taking.
If somebody
Y'all
told
see him taking.
you know what? If somebody told me I'm waiting under your bed, do you ever have to rent for the month? That's the first thing I'm gonna be asking. Before we start fighting,
You better be paying some type of rent.
You
gonna
come
just
off
be
your
chilling
way.
up in my
Facts.
if we gonna fight, we gonna fight. But if you're gonna be staying at the crib,
Well, if you're gonna be under my bed,
The real question is, how long was he under that bed?
you're like after 3 o'clock if he actually got escaped. If it was like after 3 o'clock if he actually left and he escaped school and you were like home, it's like, oh my god, when will he actually be under my bed?
He was sneaking into your room at 12 o'clock while you were sleeping.
And just grab him underneath there. But imagine using that as a scare tactic. Like, would you actually use that as a scare tactic?
yeah.
Like, you just like, I'm gonna be under your bed. Are you that kind of person, Will?
hell yeah, I would say that.
Are you the kind of person that would be like, yo, you try to run, I'm gonna be under your bed.
Under the bed.
Like, use that as a scare tactic. Like, is that something you would actually tell somebody, like you were like trying to intimidate to fight, or that you were not like happy with them and stuff? You know,
I guess it depends how mad I am. You know.
I can't see myself. What about you, John? Like when you're up for because in wrestling you used to do a lot of wrestling. You said,
Yeah.
and that you gotta be like intimidation. You know, that's like you gotta be
I
tough.
wasn't intimidated looking.
You were intimidated, but yeah, how does a non-intimidating person get into wrestling? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Gary got me into wrestling.
Gary got you into wrestling?
Yeah.
Gary, you got him into wrestling?
That's a fact.
Were you a teammate of his?
Yes, sir.
Oh wow. Well, how was he? Was he good? Did he lose a lot, or did he win and lose?
I wasn't bad at all.
You were able to hold your own.
Yeah.
Did you tell
Let
your
somebody
opponent?
tell the truth here. No. He did what he had to do.
Yeah.
But his first match was one of the funniest matches I've ever seen.
He's not lying at all.
That's actually what 3 o'clock high does. It brings back your high school stuff, and you start thinking about your own high school stuff.
I'm making my high school memories as we speak.
All right, Jerry Mitchell, just have a seat.
Did you have the praying mantis?
Absolutely. That's where it came from. That's where it came from. I went against somebody. My first match was against somebody that looked exactly like me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wait, he looked exactly like
It
you?
was bizarre.
So you like
John.
fighting yourself?
I was. And literally, he had the same stance. And the match lasted forever.
Dude, that's like on some Matrix
You guys
thing right there.
remember when like Goldberg would win a match and he would jump up and like
Yeah. Yeah.
John won that wrestling match. That's exactly what
He won his first match. You won your first match.
Yeah.
Fantastic, yo. That's like a movie right there. That's like Rocky. That's
I
like.
literally pulled a Kurt Angle. A Kurt Angle.
Mind you, he walked around the circle.
Oh, were you tough? Like, were you like, oh yeah, I won? Like you did that?
Absolutely.
I don't put hands on anybody. Promise
But
you.
I got my ass kicked the second match though.
Oh, the rematch wasn't that good.
Nah.
Wait, but you won the first match, so you actually
I won. The
won.
First match, but I lost to the person that won the tournament in my
It's-
weight class.
Ah, okay, I got you. Hey man, you can't win them all.
He turned me into a pretzel, literally.
Damn.
Sourdough.
But I
With
just
the
be
salt-
happy.
With the salt on it.
Just be happy that it wasn't Buddy Revell.
He
You know
was
what
the
I'm
size of him though.
Nah, you want to know what's actually cool that I keep forgetting to mention? I actually met the guy that played Buddy Revell.
Really?
Yeah, I met him at a con. He showed up. Like a horror movie con. It was really cool.
Bars.
And yeah, but
Hashtag
nah, this was actually cool. So I went to a horror movie convention, and we saw a movie where he plays a werewolf. It's like one of those B-grade horror films. I've never seen that movie ever again. But the cool part about it is I actually sat down and had beers with that guy.
Yeah?
Not to mention, he actually is the guy that was in Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, he called it.
Oh.
He's the guy that was in Kindergarten Cop. Have you guys ever seen Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I saw
Because
it
he
when
actually, somebody...
I saw it when I was a kid. So
Yeah,
I barely
somebody in the
remember
crowd said that he
when
looks
was
like
in
Arnold
kindergarten.
Schwarzenegger. Was he said he was actually played alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger? So he wasn't. He was the bad guy. He was the guy that had the kid, in Kindergarten Cop, which I think is a good movie too. It's pretty fun. But I met him, and this is actually something that I did. I actually chilled with him. I had beers with him. We were talking regular. We were having fun. And guess what I did?
What?
This was great about this movie. I actually made him tell me the line in the bathroom. 100% true. It was so much fun.
Wait, the line where he was.
The line that he says, "You and me, in the parking lot, 3 o'clock. You know, if you come around, you know, the whole thing, the whole line about how he's gonna be under my bed and all that stuff. It was the greatest moment of my life that he buddy reveled me. Just put it like that.
You got buddied.
I did, in a sense, I got buddy reveled, and I thought it was so awesome. You know, just I got to meet this guy, and he showed off a movie that I didn't care 2 bits about, but I just wanted him to tell me Buddy Revell stuff. That's all I wanted him to tell me out of all the stuff. Not Kindergarten Cop stuff, which is probably, I guess, the most popular movie because he was alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, let's be honest. You know, in that movie.
How do you think he feels? He probably gets that all the time. Like, knowing that he's probably known.
Well, you know what? It's like I said. It was an '80s movie, but it was the '80s movie that you either saw it or you didn't. Yeah. You know, it was like that hit or miss. Like, you know.
But is he like a famous actor?
I wouldn't say famous, but he was known.
Not famous, right?
No,
but
like just put it like this: when I saw him in Kindergarten Cop, which is probably something that you guys didn't do. Yeah. When I saw him in Kindergarten Cop, and I said, "Oh my God, it's the guy from 3 O'clock High." That's what I said.
I've never even noticed. I know the movie.
Yeah, I love Kindergarten.
I love it too, but I've never noticed him.
Yeah, but you know who I'm talking about. You know who he is. He's the main bad guy.
I'm saying like I would not notice him in this movie.
Yeah, because he's younger.
You know
it was like 10 years before that movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like I never like kind of connected the dots.
You know what? Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop, he was a bigger bully than he was back in high school.
Yeah. What's funny though is that he was relevant. He wasn't like a big star, but he was relevant. He could make movies, and it was fine in that era because it was like he had like a 10-year like I'm working, you know, you know what I mean. And then after that, I was like, actor, you know what I mean. It's like I said, like in the early 2000s, I met him in person, and he was in a movie. It was like a B-grade horror movie where he was a werewolf. I don't even remember the name of the movie. I don't even know if you can buy that movie. If I probably look it up, probably can.
All right, so let me ask you this: what do you think he's known for more? Kindergarten Cop or 3 O'Clock High?
No, Kindergarten Cop for sure. Unless you saw 3 O'Clock High, then you're like me, and you said, "Oh my gosh, it's that guy from 3 O'Clock High." Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but that was me. But you had to like. That's what I mean. Like, it was hit or miss. You either saw 3 O'Clock High or you didn't when you grew up. You know.
That's kind of sad though, because this movie was actually pretty good. You know?
Yeah.
Actually, if I
it went through the cracks.
Now, if I were to see it, like, you know, well, I did see it now. I don't know what I'm saying, but
yeah.
like, I'm just saying, like, now that I've seen it, I would actually put it up there with The Breakfast Club. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it was a really good movie.
Well, this is actually what's cool. Like, let's get a little bit more technical, and this is actually the fun part that I love about this movie. One of the things that I really, really like is actually the beginning and the ending of this movie. And now, what I mean by that is that it starts after like the whole like thing about the kid, this guy Jerry Mitchell being late to school and all this, and he's running to school. Yeah. But let me show you that first shot. The first shot is like of him going straight down. The camera's going straight down, and then it turns with him so he can see the clock. I don't know if you guys remember that. And just directing wise, I thought it was so awesome. Yeah, I just love that shot. I was a big sucker for that shot. Not at that time when I first saw him when I was a kid, but when I was a lot older and I started getting into filmmaking and like enjoying things. Because one of the things I did when I was into filmmaking, I rewatched a lot of the things that I watched when I was younger to see if technically they still hold up. And this one movie actually is one of them that does. Directing wise, I think it's directed awesomely. I don't know if you guys noticed, but you know that part when they're telling about the rumors of Buddy Revell? Yeah. That's all shot in one take. I'm talking about from the outside of the school when they're going to every kid and they're talking about Buddy Revell's reputation. Yeah. The camera follows him and it goes all up inside the school and everything in all one take. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just pretty genius. It starts from the clock, it goes straight down to the cheerleaders, to the other kids, to the other kids, to the other kids, and they all like different kind of kids. Like it went from like the geeks, and then it went to like the rocker guys, and then it went to the jocks, you know, and stuff like that, all the way in. Now this is something that I don't know if you guys noticed. At the end of the film goes backwards, and the people that were talking in the beginning are also talking in backwards. So at first it was the students, and then it was the rocker guys, and then it was the, you know what I mean, stuff like
that.
Huh?
I've never looked at it like that.
If you notice, like they did the exact same thing from inside the school to outside to where the clock was. Yeah. You know, they literally did a reverse, and the people that talked first talked last. It started with the cheerleaders. You know, in the first film, we're talking about Buddy Revell. Yeah. And then it ended with the cheerleaders talking about Jerry Mitchell. Yeah. You know what I mean? I just thought, like, that kind of technical thing was just awesome. The use of the clock, I think, is awesome.
Yeah, it's actually kind of like a
Yeah.
wholesome perspective. How to
Yeah.
look at it, you know.
Yeah, like the act of the clock, the thing with the clock with that whole ticking, like almost in the entire movie, you just hear tick it, tick it, tick it, tick it. Tick it, tick it. Yeah. Gary actually brought something up too, and it was during the scene when they go sit down to watch the class film about the praying mantis. I mean, not the praying mantis, about the cricket. Remember that when they're watching like the whole world of insects?
Yes.
And what was the thing that you said? Because
I said it reminded me of how I used to treat John when I would see him in the hallways. I'd be like, you know what? I ain't got nothing else to do today. look at this little guy. And I would grab him by his neck.
I was the kid with the huge backpack.
Oh, the one that like carried everything
For show. There wasn't
like bricks. Like you think it was bricks.
There was nothing in his locker.
You had all your textbooks, all your notebooks.
To be on time. I was the type of student to be on time with my books.
You're a goody guy. Look at him.
And sit on the teacher's lap
waiting for
if
that
I could.
scholarship at the end of high school too for wrestling.
I was shoot, not for wrestling, but you know.
But no, wait. So he said that Gary, you're the one who said it first. You're the one who said it first. When they sat down and they were watching that video about the history of insects or whatever, there was a scene where there was a crab scorpion, which by the way I've never. Huh? No, it was a crab scorpion.
Yeah, it was a crab
That's what they call it.
Yeah, I've never heard of one. Have you guys ever heard of crab spider? Scorpion? I've never heard of one. And it was like the whole thing about like crab scorpion.
Okay. It's also called the whipping scorpion too.
Is that what they call it?
Well,
that thing? What the? Oh my gosh, it was creepy looking. There was like a crab. It literally looks like a mixture of a crab and a scorpion. But it didn't have the tail.
That's the one that made the Watch Me Whip video.
Watch Me Whip, a crab scorpion. But no, so the crab scorpion, what it does, they show a cricket. And like the voiceover saying like, oh my God, there's no match for this cricket, whatever. The crab scorpion knows what he's looking after and all this and that. And what does the crab scorpion do? Will?
Eats the cricket.
Demolish.
Demolishes the cricket.
He like eats it. Yeah. No, wait, but who's the cricket in the movie? You actually said it, Gary. Who's the cricket?
Cricket is Jerry Mitchell.
Yeah, it is. It is. The crab scorpion is boom, boom, boom. Buddy Revell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, but they actually do that throughout the entire film where they kind of underline all these other moments. Mm-hmm. Like there was a part of the pep rally. Yeah. At the pep rally, you're just watching all these cheerleaders. They come out with bats, and there's like this hanging pinata of a football player, which is of the opposing team. Yep. And what do?
They start hitting him with a bat.
Yeah, started hitting with a bat. But it was kind of creepy and kind of cool though. I remember, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I was a kid, it was the scene that I always fast forward. Because I was very sensitive with like how things were. If you really remember, that part is kind of creepy. It's kind of scary. It gets all dark, and then you're hearing like the sound is so loud. And what does it end with though? But what does it end with? When they knock the head off of the football player, it flies over to Jerry Mitchell and it's a skull with the eyes burning. I remember as a kid being so scared of that scene that I had to, every time the scene came up, I had to fast forward it. I couldn't watch it.
Stop acting like a vagina.
I did. I was a little vagina when I was a kid. When it comes to scene, because I watched so many movies, so whatever was scary or whatever was underlined to be scary, I actually was scared of it.
That scene?
Yeah, you didn't think it was kind of creepy? Like it got all dark. They were beating up the. It was like
he saw this when he was a kid.
I was like literally 10 years old when I saw it. I probably shouldn't have seen it at 10 years old, but I did see it. You know what I'm saying? So
you're a baby, son.
I am a baby. I was a baby. Proud baby. And let's not, I mean, in future episodes, I'll tell you all the movies that I've like fast forwarded for a lot of like my time. It dropped the mic like always, huh? That's gonna be you. Gary's gonna be on my episodes, all my episodes, and he's just gonna be like, I'm gonna drop the mic.
Just call me G Mic Dropper.
G Mic Dropper. There you go. G Mic Dropper. Every time he's gonna be in my episodes, he will drop mics.
The G Dropper.
So I remember always fast forwarding that scene, but like, because the confetti, once they hit it, the confetti would come out as red, like signifying like it's blood.
Resemble
blood. It was red. So I was creeped out, and like the way they did it, you're hearing kill him, because they're talking about the opposing team, and you realize, yeah, kill him.
It scares you.
When I was 10 years old, it did. It really creeped. It wasn't that scene specifically. It was when they ripped off the head, and you see a skeleton with the glowing eyes. And you hear that like there are other movies that scared me as a kid that will probably, you know what? Because we're not gonna, I won't show this one because I'm pretty sure enough people saw it. Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah.
That movie was.
You're gonna
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna tell me that you guys were not scared of Large Marge?
Nah.
I don't
Really?
think
As a kid,
No.
how old were you when you watched it? Can you say?
I
You
was
can you remember?
literally- No, I was literally like maybe 8 years old. When I
Yo.
saw
And
it.
you really weren't scared of Large Marge? That shit
No.
was
The
scary.
only movie that scared me, like, damn.
That wasn't a horror
half the
movie.
depth. Oh, that wasn't.
Wasn't a horror movie. I'm talking about Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure. It's obviously not a horror movie, but it has a scene that's scary. It was super scary.
Then
Do you know the movie Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure? The one that his bike got stolen and all this and that? Like,
remember that.
didn't the scene of the truck driver creep you out?
Nah, like.
Remember the scene of the truck driver, Large Marge?
Yeah, those movies didn't scare me. It's
The movie didn't scare me. Well, yeah, Candyman did, and that actually to this day I'm a grown ass man, and I can tell you that's pretty
You know
scary.
what movie scared me?
What?
The Witches.
The Witches? Like
Yeah,
the
I don't know if that's what exactly. It's
Are you
called.
talking about that old '80s movie where the kid looks at three women and they get witches, and these women turn into witches, like actual witches, like scary ones, like the monster ones.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
like and he turns into like a mouse or something.
Yeah. That movie was all yo. She was scary looking. No, she was.
Is that when he turned?
Angelica Houston.
Yeah,
She was in it.
Houston, yeah.
And there's like a little fat kid, and they're
Yeah.
all eating at like a table and
Yeah.
shit. I remember that.
That movie, I can say that was scary.
That's what I mean. Like as a kid, like didn't that creep you out?
Especially when they turn into huge ass mouses in the end.
No, it did. It did. Give me a minute because I'm actually gonna look it up. That movie. I think it might be called The Witches, but I used to watch that movie religiously too. I'm actually see. That's what's funny. Like that's actually another movie. You either saw it or you didn't. That movie as well. You know. You
I saw it
know.
when I was like 4 and it was scary. It gave me nightmares. Okay.
But you know, like once he like what are you guys doing? You're like arm wrestling during the podcast?
We're fighting over a Reese's.
For a reason.
For Reese, the last Reese's.
Oh,
Oh, there's
he lost.
candy here. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it was actually. You're right. Well, oh my gosh, are you guys ready? It was a Jerry Mitchell versus Buddy Revell.
He was trying Buddy Revell me right now for a Reese's.
Did he win?
No.
Jerry Mitchell won.
No one won. He won. He got the Reese's. I don't know why.
Wait, he lost and he still got the Reese's. The guy that lost gets the Reese's.
I'm a very kind bully.
But
I just beat people up and I give them what they want.
but just to like clarify, William.
Yes.
Will. That was the movie. It's called The Witches. It came out in 1990. And did you guys ever see that movie? John, Zona, Oscar? The Witches? It was a movie.
Honestly, I've never seen it.
Never seen it. It was about a kid that they were living in a hotel. Not living in a hotel, but they got to stay at a hotel. And there was this like convention of women.
Yeah.
It was a sea of women, and they were just doing this private convention. And he sneaks up to watch this convention. Now check this out. This is what part that's crazy. They are all witches. They literally took off their mask, which was their human form. They took off their mask. They took off like their clothes, and they literally what they saw underneath was actually witches. Every single one of them. A whole bunch of bald ladies, except for the main witch. The main witch was all ugly and distorted. She had a long nose,
Yeah,
like that
she was a
cartoon. Yeah, she was like a cartoon witch.
Yeah,
like the jar.
Yeah, but did you ever see? Okay, never mind. Well, can I reference a movie right now?
Go right ahead, man.
Did you ever see that there's a new witch movie that's
The-
on the PlayStation Network? The
Yeah.
Witch.
Well, that's on everything now. It just was released. I haven't seen it yet, but I will definitely. Yeah, I gotta watch it though. Well, not tonight because it's getting a little late, but definitely we can definitely watch it.
Yeah, well, 'cause since we're on the
But
topic-
those kind of films are actually not the ones that are going to be in the podcast because they're a little bit too like everybody kind of knows it.
Well, because
It's just the ones that kind of slip through the cracks. Eventually, we'll see. There are newer films,
Yeah.
like actually that slip through the cracks.
But
And
sticking to the point though of why
Cut straight to
you know,
ballistics
like so a scene like that would scare you.
Yeah.
You know, as a kid, watching this scene where
there were scenes that scared me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and they're not horror movies like that.
Yeah, but like especially like the one in this movie 3 O'clock High with them beating
So let me
the
know
football pinata.
what scared you guys in Willy Wonka.
A
Original.
lot scared me Willy Wonka.
than the original.
Not necessarily. Willy Wonka really didn't scare me in there. There's nothing in there that kind of scared me.
I hope not.
I did always question why the hell he got so mad at him at the end. I mean, when I was a kid, obviously.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, like he got so mad at him.
I remember that part.
Yeah, like I was like, "Good day, sir." And he was like so mad because he found out that they drank the bubble that got him all up.
If you think about it,
But
he killed how many kids?
who?
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka didn't kill no kids.
Absolutely. If you think about it, you've never seen those kids again. The factory ate them up.
You think so? You think that's where they got wheeled off after they sung their song?
They never wheeled. No one got wheeled off. and think about it. Did you ever see those kids ever again?
No, not at all. But you figure they were fixed.
Only you assumed that they were fixed.
Yeah.
But never have you ever.
What,
seen
you think that they just got put into the factory?
That one girl blew up, and she had to be 300 and something pounds.
Yeah.
You didn't think she was deflated?
She was gonna explode. Which
yeah.
She's probably
she was gonna
from
explode.
an ass crack.
What's funny is that she kept chewing gum the whole time.
She was gonna, but still though. But she was gonna explode.
Yeah.
You never see that kid with the fat kid.
Yeah.
Ever again.
I think I remember his name. It was like Augustus.
Yeah.
Yes. Augustus.
Yeah,
That's right.
Now, if I'm wrong here, just please correct me if I'm wrong. But did he or did he not get sucked up by a pipe?
Yeah, he did. But I think they recovered him because I remember him saying he got make sure you get him, blah 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 blah, and they get him. Think that he was fixed.
Up, though.
Huh?
He got piped up.
He got piped up.
What about that spoiled chick? That spoiled chick, like, Daddy, I want a golden goose now.
Yeah. Oh my God, yo.
Oh yeah, wasn't she being
Baruka?
Yeah, but wasn't she being sent off to a furnace though?
Baruka?
To a furnace? No.
No, the girl that went to the
Word, she was.
Sent to the furnace. The other girl got sent to the garbage dump.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah. Yeah.
I still think those kids died, and that's why he was pissed off.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
It's a theory. It's a theory.
Yeah.
Just a theory.
What's the theory? You think because we never saw him again, we think that they got like
exactly.
bloop, bloop, bloop. So let's just like skim all the way to the end. Basically, there were just like these underlinings of parts where it's like he's gonna get chewed up by like he's the cricket, he's the piñata that's gonna get beat up, and then he sees the skull, he bugs out.
Yeah.
And he goes into this part where he thinks that he can comes up with this idea where he can pay someone like that's just as big as Buddy Revell to beat up Buddy Revell.
And that's a phenomenal idea.
It was a good idea.
At the time.
It was a good idea. It was literally like, hey man, like there's nothing else I can do.
But
you know what I mean?
$450.
$450 is what he paid. That is true. Yeah, I just think that's just crazy money. But when you're that small and you don't want to fight, that's what you got.
Yeah.
And so he pays the guy. So what happens to the guy?
What, the guy he paid?
Yeah, the guy said, "Hey, I'm gonna pay. I'll pay you." He says, "Fine. I'm gonna do it at lunchtime. That's where teachers don't know what's going on and all this stuff." So he goes and he meets up with Buddy Revell. He sticks up for him, and then what happened?
One punch.
One punch, and he knocked down every single library cabinet. But yeah, so obviously that didn't work. He gave him his money back, not all of it. His friend thought that he should give him $100 for his trouble. But all the way, just give it to the end. So basically, he can't get out of it. Not at all. So what ends up happening? He ends up having to fight him. He ends up having to fight Buddy Revell, no matter what. So he's up there, and guess what's happening? He's getting his ass chewed out of him because he's losing the fight. Right?
Yeah.
He's losing the fight.
Oh, yeah.
But the cool part is that he's sticking up to his own. He's and that is actually more respect than anything. That's more respect than anything. Standing up to your fight, blah blah blah, all that stuff.
But he became a legend, though.
He did become a legend, but why? Like, what was going on with him through the entire time that he was in school? Why did he become a legend?
He was being a rebel.
He was, but accidentally though.
Yeah, accidentally because he was trying to get detention and.
Yeah.
have an
But
excuse not
what's
to go.
funny though, yeah, but what's funny though, Oscar actually called that like maybe like 45 minutes into the movie that he said to himself, what did he say? About Jerry, like while he was doing all these things, what was that actually making him out to be?
That he was actually going to be the actual next school kid legend.
Yeah, by
That's what
accident
he was
though,
doing.
right?
Accident, exactly.
Yeah, by accident though,
By
because
stepping up to the teacher.
Yeah, like what
stepping up
he's
to the bully.
his sister told him, hey, try to get into detention.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? If you get into detention, maybe you know we'll you won't have to fight him because you'll be in school.
Exactly. That's where my question comes in. How desperate are you to come out of a situation where you're being bullied?
You could do a lot. You could do a lot. You really don't. What would I do? I mean, in school, I probably would have done the same thing. I probably would have tried to get out of it, get detention and all that, because you know that once you get detention, you're safe.
You ain't want that A whooping.
No, not at all, not one bit. You know, but
Yeah, he ain't want somebody to put their foot up in his whole leg. You know what I mean?
but he gets to fight him. They fight. He's getting his ass whooping, but he actually comes back. He comes back because Buddy Revell had something. I guess he wanted to teach him a lesson.
So do you feel like this is like nerds fight back type thing? Like
Well, that's what those kind of movies was, yeah. Because I'm gonna be honest with you.
If you think about it, a lot of '80s movies were based on that concept. Like
Because
but
nerds came back.
that's what befuddles my mind, because nerds never win at the end of the day. Like
in '80s movies, they did though.
Real life.
No, not real life, but in
Let's
'80s
talk
movies
about
they
it.
did. But there was a separation.
But
there was a separation back
think
then.
about it in a way. It nerds at the end of the day, or geeks, whatever you want to call them, at the end of the day, they really actually do win because they're the ones with the.
But the ones who are winning now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually,
in the future.
if you think about it, being a nerd now is actually
A good thing, but it's not. You know what's funny? Like they don't frown upon that anymore. I don't know how it was when you guys were in school, because we're talking about like when did you guys start high school?
At
I
least
started
like a 30-year apart. Difference.
You know, no, not that long. Jesus Christ, man, I'm
Wait,
36.
okay. What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 1997, so I started high school in 1993.
I graduated in 2004.
I started high school in 1999.
Okay, see, so you were like right open there. Like you guys, what started 99, 2000?
Well,
started.
around 2000.
Started. You know what I mean? So, like,
As
when
far
I
as
was,
me and Gary go, we're
yeah,
like 2000,
I don't.
2000.
No, we started like
2003.
in high school.
Yeah, what was it you started?
Actually, no. It was like 2003.
I graduated in
2003.
2003.
Yeah.
My goodness, man.
I was thinking about junior high for a second.
So back, I mean, I don't know how it was like in your high schools when you were going, but when I was growing up in the 90s, there were separations of people still, where the geeks were with the geeks, the jocks were with the jocks.
Like that.
Yeah, it's
You
always.
know, do you think it's still like that in high school?
Absolutely.
For a fact.
I don't
For
know.
a fact.
You know,
What's that young boy?
Yeah, the young boy, he
Son
left.
definitely is lying. He is definitely
Yeah, that's
the
because he
bully.
got school tomorrow.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, that's probably why it's Sunday. That's
Nah,
right.
For a fact, it's still it's always gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Because regardless,
Well,
you have your friends, and
Yeah.
you when you're in high school, you're gonna gravitate to who you most.
Yeah. Yeah, that you're most relatable to. I totally get that.
Exactly.
But
when you get older, it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
All right, I'll chill with him. He's
yeah,
he's
everybody
a
chills
good
with.
guy.
Yeah.
But when you're in high school, it's like, oh well, let me chill with these. I understand what they're. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. But let me ask you this question: then why don't they make movies like this anymore, where there's a separation between people?
No, they still do. They try to anyway.
You think so? Like for instance, like I watched the most like popular. I watched the most popular movie. Yeah, no problem. You know, and I watched these popular movies like Pitch Perfect is one of them. Pitch Perfect was like a school movie. It's the closest thing to a school movie. I watched it. I like it, but this is actually what my problem with it is. There's no separation between people. You know,
Yeah.
There's no separation. If you notice, like the geekiest kid or like the weirdest kid,
Yeah.
you know, he's okay. They don't really kind of like shit on him too much.
Yeah, but
There's no separation, is what I mean.
I completely agree with you. Certain movies do that, but for example, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
You know what? I haven't seen that movie.
I'm telling you, there's separation in that movie. That's a
How old is that book? I don't know. Is that a recent book, meaning in connection to the movies?
Yeah, it's a recent book, and it connects to the movie.
And is it about a wimpy kid where he gets made fun of by other people and all this and that?
If I can remember.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just feel like there should be. I think that if you're a kid, like somebody like Santi, which he left, Santi he left, and I wanted him to tell me. I'm like, yo, is there diversion? Like, are there separations between people? Are people making fun of other people? And I think that movies like this teach you how to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they put you. When I grew up watching these kind of movies, it wasn't just that. It was also like Revenge of the Nerds, and even The Breakfast Club. They got that one geeky kid. You know what I mean? Everybody else was cool. You had the strange girl, and you had the geeky kid.
The jock dude.
Yeah, you had a jock. You had a princess kind of chick. They had a wimpy kid and whatchamacallit. So, but at the end of the movie, basically fast forward, at the end of the movie, Hugh got to he got respected by the people that wouldn't respect him. They had that conversation in the Breakfast Club where it's like, oh, stop lying. If you saw me in the hallway, you wouldn't even talk to me. I don't know if you guys remember that part in the Breakfast Club when they were kind of like having that solo moment, and they were admitting to each other that they would not talk to each other if because in social groups, they're all in social groups.
If you realize when you look at stuff like that, like at the end of the day, they have their own thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But once you get to know a person, everybody's the same. Everybody can help each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because if it's still like that, like you say, I just feel like a movie like this could help out that kind of person, like where it was like me, where I saw them, like, yeah, man, I'm that wimpy kid. I could be doing that. John, he said it himself. He got respected probably because of wrestling afterwards. You're probably in some kind of in crowd after that.
Yeah, but it still didn't change my image of what I was.
Yeah.
Like, I knew I was the outcast, and because of the popular all-star Gary over here, it kind of changed my image a little bit.
He said it, not me.
Did you help him along? You come on, yeah, let's not front. You were that cute little guy. He does wrestling too. Oh my god, all this and he wrestles too. Like, you're probably that kind of guy. All the females. Did you kind of like put John under your wing and just say, hey?
John's always been under my wing. You know what I mean?
How's the wind beneath his wings?
The wind.
Because I helped lifted him up. You get what I'm saying?
You help? Yeah. You say, come on, man. You can get girls too, man. Come on, here you go. But no. So he gets to fight him. He wins the fight. You know what I'm saying? After he wins the fight, he actually starts getting kind of like respect that he didn't even know about. You know what I mean? And so with the respect that he gets, like the principal, he was there and he told him, hey, man, he's had enough for today. He's had enough for today. You can speak with him tomorrow, because he was being under suspicion because of what happened in the student store. So what happened in the student store?
Yeah, the money was gone.
He stole money from the student store to pay the guy to help him.
Jeremy stole the money from
Jerry Mitchell. He stole money to pay the guy.
His name, man.
Would you go that far? Would you actually steal money from no? That's pretty. But come on, the desperation calls, bro.
Wait. Would I steal money?
Would you steal money? You obviously don't have that money.
Get out of a fight?
Steal money to pay the guy to help you get out of the fight.
That gets knocked down in one punch.
So therefore, I already know I'm gonna get my ass whooped.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay.
Well, technically, you don't know yet. You're trying to pay this guy to help you fight. To help you fight the guy.
So basically, I already gave in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would I rob from the school store?
Yeah. Well, let's say you own the school store. Yeah, you're gonna get. That makes sense. It makes sense. He's super desperate, right? Do you blame him for being desperate? No, not at all.
Have you ever wanted to get your ass whooped?
No.
Absolutely not.
But
and
see,
if I could get some money to not get hands put on my face.
yeah. I mean, so technically that went south. Obviously, like we said, he got beat. That guy that he paid got beat up. Push a little bit forward, where he uses that money to get out of the fight by paying the guy that wanted to beat him up. Right?
Yeah.
Because that was like his final desperation. But one of the things I really, really like about the movie, because even when I was young, I totally get the message. He told him that he was upset at him because he didn't even try. You know what I mean? And that's where I feel the essence of the movie is, where it's kind of saying, hey, it don't matter if you win. It doesn't matter if you lose. But if you try your best, even if, because he was obviously going, like, you will obviously get respect if you fight and even lost. At least that's what 80s films try to teach you if you had to fight somebody.
That was my idea from the very beginning of the movie too.
You know, because he put it in his face. He was like, you didn't even try. You know, it was like, how does that make you feel? Like, and that was actually one of my favorite questions, because he says that. He says, how did that make you feel? You know? And, but yeah, no, like, once he told him that, then he got, like, the courage, and he says, I'm no pussy asshole. You know what I'm saying? And he fights, he goes, like, I want my money back. You know, and then he gives him the money back. I mean, he doesn't give him the money back, and he says no refunds, and he's like, yeah, eventually. But out of what, though?
Out of respect.
Out of respect, but for what? Because he tried. You know, he fought, and it didn't work. You know, but you know, yeah. But hey,
I'm trying. You know, I'm still trying to this day. You know?
Evil. Like, just put it like this: good wins, evil gets slammed. You know what I mean? So, but in this case, evil actually respects him. It's kind of like the bad guy coming in and say, you know what? You did your best, homeboy, and you succeeded. So I respect you.
At the end of this film, though,
yeah,
after the fight, and when they went to go get him, he was gone. Like, he was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think he actually got up, ran away crying, knowing that?
I don't think he ran away crying, but he ran away in shame. I like to think that he ran away in shame.
He had no water in his eyes whatsoever.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed. But when they were doing the whole dollar a sheet, the class was helping him out to put money in to help him out to get the 450 back.
Yeah.
You know, and so when he got the 450, he was getting the 450 back. Buddy Revell all of a sudden comes in. Now, one of the parts I always did like, and even when I was a kid, I loved it. Buddy Revell puts his fist up. And Jerry just looks at his fist like nothing. He's not scared of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I always thought that was so cool. And then what he does, he just drops the money, the 350. And he gives him a smirk. He gives him a smile. That's one of the parts I always like the most. That he gives him a smile. He respects him. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I love that about that. You know? And, you know, moral lesson is stick up for what you believe in.
Yeah,
defend yourself.
And I think, you know what?
Defend yourself.
If you think about it, this conversation also, like, kind of promotes the anti-bullying. If you know what I'm trying to say.
No, yeah, totally. Even before, like that.
So if you think about it, you know, let's talk about the new generation now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is super bully.
Yeah, it's super bully, but at the same time, it's like everybody is being a bully. If you think about it now, today.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to be a bully.
Yeah.
And
you think so? I think we're so weak right now.
Here's the reason why I think that, though, because they don't want to be bullied. So
yeah.
How do you not be bullied? You have to turn into a bully.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds stupid. It sounds, you know, it doesn't even sound logical. But
yeah.
if you think about it, everybody now look how everything is now. Everything is becoming more sensitive. Everybody's taking, you know, offense to what other people think.
Yeah.
You know, social media is kind of promoting that too.
Yeah.
Being bitches.
Yeah. Seriously, what Gary just said. Everybody's being a bitch.
Yeah.
Everybody's being a bitch now.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think
over the internet now,
maybe I'm wrong, but I think that movie wise, I think society we're all a bunch of Jerry Mitchells. I don't think that. I think it's actually the opposite. You know, in terms of movies, in this day and age, I don't think that. I think everybody's a bit of a Jerry Mitchell and not enough Buddy Revell. That's what I think.
You see,
I think we're so easy. Like, things are so simple.
I think everybody became a Buddy. I think everybody became a Buddy Revell.
Yeah.
To the point where everybody thinks they're Jerry Mitchells.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we don't fight enough. But what are you, Buddy Revelling over there? You Buddy Revelling too? But listen, we're gonna come to a close. Like I said, there's a moral thing to it where it's like stick up for yourself.
Right.
You know, whether it's not just fighting. Like, look at this guy. I'm talking and I'm getting Oscar and Gary into fighting each other, like speed bagging. I think they got them all amped up. But listen, let's try to. We're gonna call it a night for this podcast. Do you have anything last to say?
Yeah, and one more thing.
Yeah.
If you think about it, when we were going back a little bit, let's rewind this conversation back a few minutes. When you were saying how there was no recent movies that actually talk about
diversity. There aren't diversity where it's like separating. It was like, oh my God, yeah.
Right.
You're like,
there's a recent movie, I think it was around the 90s. Called The Faculty.
Yeah.
And
The Faculty, but that's still
it's a
kind
horror
of
movie, yes,
it's kind of old though now.
If you think about it, it's
It's
around
mid-90s.
Mid-90s, like maybe late 90s, pushing
You know,
late 90s,
yeah.
you know?
I think if I'm correct, it came out in 96.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying that was another recent movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, you know what? Because these guys are talking about fighting. I think I amped them up too much on 3 o'clock high because now they all want to fight outside. Why don't we just like...
let's take this podcast outside.
Yeah, let's take a podcast outside. So let's... what we're going to do is slow it down.
Right now.
We're gonna like close it.
No, I said right now.
Right now. So he wants to fight right now. It's not 3 o'clock. Maybe tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's 10. I'll be on the parking lot. 10 o'clock. In his driveway? You're going to do it in Oscar's driveway? Is that what you want to do? You're going to fight, you know?
10:05.
10:05. Nah, man. So what we're going to do, it was a great show. It was a great podcast, I believe. I hope you guys had fun.
Did you really like it, though?
I enjoyed myself. I hope that you guys enjoyed the film more importantly, because I'm a big fan of just showing movies to people that have never seen something, and I want to show it to them all the time. So I hope all you guys enjoyed the movie. Just a quick question: if there's anybody that, you know, if you're interested in telling people where they can follow you, if you want to do any of that kind of stuff and all this and that. I know Will, I know you like to follow because I know you're in the music stuff and you got like a following. I know you perform live. Is there a website that, or not a website, but maybe like a Facebook page? Maybe you want to tell people where they can listen to your things.
At WLP.
Yeah.
They can listen to me at soundcloud.com/ITSWLP.
Yeah, there you go. Is there anything else? Anybody else doing anything that they need to get that they want to tell people that can listen to?
Yo, I'm gonna be a Jerry Mitchell right now. I can use some friends.
You got a friend in me.
Thanks, Lou.
Yeah.
But no, they could follow me.
Yeah.
Add me as a friend on John Zona Facebook.
Yeah, awesome. What about you, G Star? Is there something that we can follow you on?
You know what's up when I'm rolling up. Follow the guard. Non-cypher. You know what's up.
He's truly a Jerry Mitchell at heart. He's not that hard. You know, he's trying to Buddy Revel himself, but he's pretty much a Jerry Mitchell in my heart.
Damn, my followers.
But where they can follow you? Where can they follow you?
Mook Live 7. You heard? Out here.
Wait, what is that on Snapchat?
Watch your mouth.
I'm just saying, man. I don't.
Snap back at you.
Yeah, but they're gonna type that.
Talking about a hat.
Well, they're gonna Google you. No, we'll save the bars for another time. Oscar, is there a place where you want us to tell people? Is there some place where we can, you know, if you want to have fans? I mean, I don't know.
Of course, you can reach me at OscarLopez113@hotmail.com. You know what it
Okay.
is.
Oh, for emails, huh?
You know what I mean? For email.
Oh, there you go. That's cool. Cool.
Kinky as shoot.
And now,
you know what it is.
I'm your host, Louis Vargas.
Kinky as shoot.
Yeah, exactly. I'm your host, Louis Vargas. You can follow my Facebook. What the hell did we just watch? All right, Facebook.com/What the hell did we just watch? You can follow me.
What the hell did we just talk about?
We just talked about 3 o'clock.
I'm just talking.
Now you can follow us on Instagram. What the hell did we just watch? You can follow us on SoundCloud. Everything. I'm gonna have everything nice and ready for you. Now on my Facebook page is where I'm gonna tell you where you actually can reach and watch this movie. You can get it on Vudu. You can get it on iTunes. You can buy it on DVD. Sadly, there's no Blu-ray yet. But if you have a VHS player, hey, you can get it on that. But you have to pay a pretty price for it on on eBay. I don't know about Showbox if they have it on there. Good luck for that, finding in there. But there's going to be links on my Facebook page where you can actually, for anybody that's interested in watching this movie, purchasing it, and maybe you get lucky. Maybe on YouTube you can get the full movie off there. I'm not sure yet, but I don't condone that stuff. Buy your movies, kids. Buy your movies.
You are right about that.
You know,
they don't have it on Blu-ray.
They don't have it on Blu-ray. I know that. I would have probably bought it. I need it in 1080p in my life. But just to sound off, I want to say this was a great podcast. All you guys were awesome. You know what I'm saying? So just to sign off, I just want to just tell everybody who was here. It's right there. Who are you, man? Saying goodbye.
000 the barrel.
Okay. We're saying goodbye. Come on. Say goodbye, John Zona. Zona out. Yeah, Willie. Well, we're out.
Buddha bless the God.
Ooh, and this is Louis Vargas. Find me on anything. I'll make sure that is proper. And this is Lou signing off.
Not safe, bro.
I'll see you guys next week.